Hi you guys, this is especially me, and today I'll be showing you guys how to make a folder for your dolls. I'm not going to go into this whole big spiel about what you need and this and that. I'm just going to show you the items as they come in handy for me, and because I'm making them for my beautiful doll Maria, who when I play with her, she's 8 years old and she is in the 3rd grade. And if you've been to 3rd grade before, you know that you need a folder or more. She happens to need more. I have one already made right here for her. And that's how I've perfected it, because I made one. Okay, so what I've done basically is I had a blank card, like a thank you card or like a birthday card, whatever. Just make sure that it's blank, no writing. If you want to get a flower or something like that put on it, it's fine. Just make sure there's no big bunch of writing that says happy birthday, dear baby, or whatever. Just make sure that it doesn't have any of that sort of thing on there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, first off, to create each of my side tabs, what I'm going to do is I have a ruler here. I'm going to show you guys this as I'm doing it. Oh my gosh, I forgot my camera's angled down. And you guys, forgive me if I'm not perfect. I'm just not going to be having time to go ahead and adjust the angle through between every part because it's after 2 a.m. where I am and it's getting kind of late. And I want to do this. And so what you want to do, and I've already done it here, but so what you want to do is you want to take your little card that you're working with and you want to line the little end of the card, okay, right up with the end of the ruler, and you want to clip that down with an alligator clip. You want to take your other side, okay, and simply put another alligator clip on it near the other end of the card. Obviously, the card is not going to go right near the end of the ruler. Okay, so if you feel like you're going to have trouble with this, kiddos, have an adult supervision or help doing this, even though this does not involve any sharp objects or any cutting or anything like that. It's just tearing. Even though this is the case, if you think that you're going to have trouble with it, please, before you go ruining a perfectly good thank you card and then go crying to your parents, please just err on the side of caution and have an adult go ahead and help you to get this right. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, as you guys can hopefully see right here, and I'm going to have to do it a little bit differently because of how I have to angle myself so you guys can see what I'm doing. And the reason I'm describing is because there are some visually impaired viewers out there who need the descriptive. So what I'm doing is I'm sort of lining up my ruler, lining up my paper with my ruler, and I'm sort of folding down, sort of creating one. You can create one line, but if you do get two, it's okay. Just go by the most recent one. And I'm going to just pull off my alligator clips. Now again, following that first little line that I told you guys about. You want to follow along that first little line. Do not deviate like I just almost did and go on to the second little line. And again, same concept as with the crease in the middle. Fold this line back and forward until you get the desired floppiness in your folder tab. Okay? And I'm sorry, you guys, if this is a really long video, but this is a lengthy and complicated process. I do not know if I'll be able to include timestamps in this video. So if you're unsure about a certain part, just skip ahead to the part you want to see, guys. Don't be afraid to do that. Now, since I've already ruler measured one side, I'm not going to go ahead and do that on the other side. I'm going to just fold it in half. Okay? And I'm going to take my paper right here. And I'm going to use the fold that I've already made. Whoops. And as long as the fold is not complete, if you kind of do whack it up a little bit, it's okay. Because you can always go back and go to the other side and kind of fix that. That little point where you know you whacked up on it at. Like, I know I've whacked up in a couple points right here. So you just kind of want to match it up as best as you can. Again, for you little kiddos who are not good at folding this kind of thing, you might want or need an adult's help for this to go ahead and ensure that you get your fold right. Because I don't want you kids crying because you're trying to replicate this and you can't get it right. Okay. So now, when you've all done with that part of the folding process, you should wind up with a little portion that looks about like this on either side that's been folded out. Now, having this portion is important because these are going to wind up as your little side tabs to your folder that make your folder look nice and smooth and finished at the end. Okay. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your alligator clip loaded ruler again. And you're going to want to choose now which side you want to be the bottom edge of your card. And this is important because the side that you put your ruler on is going to be your bottom edge. And again, this is important because... Sorry, Mama.
You're not being loud, I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm probably going to take that chair and go straight to this early in the morning.
Okay, I'm making a YouTube video. But anyways, you guys, sorry about that. My mom was just wanting me to keep it down because her and my dad are going to sleep, or my dad is asleep. So, anyways, you want to go ahead and choose now which side you want to be the bottom edge of your card or your folder. And the reason being is the next step I'm going to tell you is basically how you're going to make your pocket. And if you make that in the wrong spot and you have to try and correct it, there's no going back. You'll have to scrap the whole card and start again. And cardstock like this is expensive, especially if it's something like wood grain or something fancy like that. It can get expensive to do this, you guys. So you do not want to whack this up. I messed up a couple of times on my journey to figuring out how to do this so that I could show you guys and so that I could make folders for my little doll as well. So as you can see, I have my ruler alligator clipped onto my little card here. I'm going to show you guys this. See that? It is alligator clipped on there so that it is held straight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just using my ruler to help me create that little line right there. I am not folding right there. I'm just getting that little line from my little ruler here. My trusty dusty handy dandy ruler. Okay, now what I'm going to do, and you don't need the alligator clips anymore, so you can just take those off at this point. And slide off your ruler at this point as well. So now what you want to do is you want to find that little line that you created with your ruler. And you want to kind of follow along that line folding. Okay? So at the end of it, your folder should look something like this. At the end of that whole little folding process, and you want to do the same concept like I showed you before of bending your little pocket bottom here back and forth, back and forth. This is why I told you that going ahead and picking now which side of your card is going to be the bottom is important. Because once you do this step, once you create that line with your ruler, that's basically scoring that card on the area where you want to bend it. There's no going back once you do that. Okay. So now, once we have that, okay, we've created our little baselines here. Now, there's a smoother side and there's a rougher side. You want to pick which side you want to be your inside. Once you have that side picked, you want to go ahead and on the sides here, there's going to be a little tab right here. You don't want to rip beyond this little tab. Now what I'm going to do, and I'm kind of holding it to where I can show you guys, is you want to carefully, so you don't tear your folder unnecessarily, you want to tear that tab off. And you guys will see why here in a minute once it comes time to go ahead and assemble the folder. Okay? Now, same thing on the other side. You want to gently, carefully tear down the little line you made on that little tab there until you can get it off. Now, if it's not perfect, it's okay. But again, if you're one of those kiddos who likes it perfect and you don't think you can get it that way, I would suggest getting an adult's help. Now, what the purpose of those little tabs is, okay, first you fold in your bottom pocket. And this is why I said, again, you want to pick which side you want to be the bottom of your folder. You want to fold that side in, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to take your handy dandy glue stick here. Can you guys see what I'm doing, okay? Okay. So what you want to do, and usually you want to do this on a hard flat surface if you can, but for me, because I'm an adult and I know what I'm doing and I'm just showing you guys, you want to go liberal with the glue, you guys. Do not just do a little dab and think that it's going to stick. It's not. So you want to apply it nice and liberally, and you're going to want to really push. Really give it some oomph. Okay, I whacked it up a little bit, you guys. Apparently, because mine's not wanting to stick for me. Okay. Okay, and you want to make sure that it's going to go ahead and stick when... Okay. So you can, oh no. Okay, I see why it's not. I see where I kind of whacked up here. Now, you really want to press this down. You do not want to go light with the glue. You do not want to give light pressure to this either. You really want to make sure that that whole little tab section right there is pressed down. Again, oh no. I dropped it. Again, I went a little too light on the glue. So what you can do is if you notice something like that, like I just did, you can take your little glue stick, slide it right up under the area where you know you went light with it, and add more. And then carefully, usually if it was just me doing it and I wasn't filming, I would hold it with my mouth as I depressed it. Depress. hold your folder, really squeeze, really get in there with your hand, you guys. If you get a little bit messy, it's okay. The glue washes off, you guys. It's not permanent. Okay, it's not like super glue. It's not going to stick your hands together if you make a whoopsie. If you make a mistake. If you're an older kiddo doing this. But again, if you're a little kiddo and you don't think you can do it, get an adult to help you, please. Please, 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 little kiddos, do not try to work with messy things such as glue by yourself. You will make a mess. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. If you do not feel like you can work with the glue on your own, please get an adult's help. Okay? So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I'm going to turn this side to face you guys. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Well, not a little bit. Again, go liberally. Press hard. If you kiddos don't think you can press hard enough, get an adult to apply the glue so they press hard. And then hold it together. Squeeze hard. Do not be light-handed when you're doing this, or your folder will not stay together. It will come apart on you. I cannot stress this enough. Okay? Doing a folder is not something as simple as making a sheet of paper for a doll. Okay? There is glue involved. Now, after you're done with the whole gluing process and you're sure that everything is stuck, you can use art mediums such as crayons, paint sticks, whatever other things you like to color with. Take it and decorate it. Make it your own. Okay, if you have white paper, you can do this in white. You can do this in gold, whatever color paper you have. Just make sure it is a good, thick paper. Do not try and take notebook paper and do this. It will not turn out the way you want it to. You want that little bubble is okay, because that just basically gives a sign of wear and tear. Like the dolly used it. But you want to use a good, thick, smooth, quality paper. It doesn't have to be like, it can be like that, like a little bit rough, but it cannot be like notebook paper or thin construction paper or something like that. It won't, oh gosh, I got stuff falling off my bed, but anyway, it won't turn out right. So that is how you make a folder for an 18-inch doll. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, please comment down below, or go to a video that's comments are on, because this one's going to be made for kids. And this is what the inside of the finished product will come out looking like. As you guys can see there. I hope you can see that. I hope the camera is focusing on it. But anyway, let me get it back up in landscape mode for the outro. Okay. But anyways, you guys, if you guys want to see more videos with me where I make cool things such as things for my dollies, if you guys want to see more cool things from me, like where I make cool things for my dollies and stuff like that. Sorry about the taking video of the rest of my room, but anyway, if you guys want to see videos where I make more cool things for my dollies and stuff like that, please click like, and let me know down in the comments below. Kiddos, keep in mind, I'm going to turn you guys and show you guys my face, but anyways, kiddos, keep in mind that, sorry about the crazy hair and pajamas, but anyway, keep in mind that this is not a totally kids channel. So there will not only be kids content appearing on this channel, there will be topics on here that will be adult only topics. There will be some restricted content on here. There will be some rated R content on here. If you see content like that, do not click on it. Ask an adult's permission. If you do not see made for kids in the description of that video, do not, I repeat guys, do not click on that video if you are a kid, or if you are mentally challenged, if you are on the mental level of a kiddo. Do not click on that video if you do not see made for kids. MADEFOREKIDS. If you do not see those letters in the description of that video, do not click on it. Because if you're 4 and 5 and 6 years old, you don't need to be learning how to do makeup and so on and so forth. I'm not a specific kid geared channel. That's all I'm trying to let you guys know. But anyways, thank you guys again so much for watching. Here's another look at the finished product. If you guys want to, if you're a kid watching this and you want to meet Maria or any of my other dolls, please let me know in the comments down below on a video, or have an adult leave a comment or whatever, and I will show you guys my dolls. I love you guys so much. Your comments and your love means the world to me. Thank you guys so much for 7 subscribers. I cannot be happy enough. I cannot just express the gratitude that you guys have given me. 7 subscribers. 7. I never thought I would see this day. 2 months ago, I was at 4 or 3 or 4. Anyway, I just never thought I would see the day where I would reach 7.